Should you coach on your enrollment calls? The answer is a qualified yes. You should definitely coach on your enrollment calls, and as a matter of fact, enrollment calls are just a different kind of coaching call. However, it is qualitatively very different from a normal coaching call. An enrollment call is not somewhere where you just coach them like you normally would, as if it were a normal coaching session, and then hope that they want to give you money to continue doing it. An enrollment call is a very specific coaching conversation. The first thing that you're doing is enrolling them in the conversation itself. So you want to connect with them in a really genuine and excited way, enthusiastic way, so that they're going to want to talk to you. So you enroll them in having the conversation at this moment right now. Along with that, you want to enroll them in engaging in the conversation. So not only showing up, but engaging back and forth with you. So that is another thing that you're coaching around, is engagement. Because if somebody says immediately, if they show up and they're not really excited to talk to me, I will call them out on it right away and say, hey, what's going on? I feel like you're not really here with me. Because if they're not, then there's really no point in having the rest of the enrollment call. You should either reschedule it or cancel it, depending on what's going on in their head. So first, you are enrolling them in being present in the conversation and engaged in the conversation. After that, you are coaching them on getting connected with themselves and their vision. Not so much what's going on today. That can be important, but that's not really what you're here to coach them on. You're here to coach them on their vision for themselves and what their problem is in the long term that you may be able to solve with them over the course of this coaching package. So you're enrolling them first in how they are present and engaged in the conversation, and then you are enrolling them in themselves. So you're coaching them around getting clarity around what their problem actually is. Once you understand what their problem is, you enroll them in a vision for actually solving that problem. Like, what would it look like? What are the implications of fixing this problem? And again, in the long term, not in the right now. Once they feel fully engaged and enrolled with themselves, then you want to enroll them in the solution, i.e. you. So you want to enroll them in you as a person, which likely will have happened by this point because of your personality shining through and because of some other things that you do while they're describing their vision to help them understand who it is that you are and what you do. Then you enroll them in you. So you're coaching them around who you are and what you do and how you work. And once they are enrolled with you, you want to enroll them with the actual coaching, the solution of working with you. And so you're coaching them around engaging with the solution and what that would look like. Once they're engaged with the solution, then you want to enroll them and coach them around commitment. And that's the big one that many coaches fall down on, is we tend to be really good at connecting, building a problem, understanding the problem, building a vision. But when it comes to actually enrolling them and working with you, and particularly when you have to ask them for money, that's when many coaches will fall down. But this is just coaching. You're just coaching around commitment and how it is that this financial commitment, investment in themselves, actually is part of the solution. And that's a topic for another video. But yes, you should coach on your enrollment calls, but you need to coach around engagement, enroll them with themselves and their vision, enroll them in you, enroll them in the solution, and then enroll them in being committed.